111 World Heritage listed sites in the world. This one we're going into is the top one. It's listed as a 7 out of 10. There's no 8s, no 9s, no 10s. There's only one other 7 like us in the world. It's our sister mountain. It's in mainland China. It's called Taishan Mountains, where the panda bears are. Taj Mahal's 5, the entire Barrier Reef is only a 5. Uluru, and they all rave about her, guys, she's a 1.5. We've got ecosystems here, fauna and flora you'll find nowhere else on Earth. In actual fact, 60% of the plants that you'll be walking through today, you will find nowhere else on the planet. That's how important this place is. If you are spending time here and you want to find out more about us, they do explorer tours that go out in the morning and the afternoon. What they do is they take you out into the park in a bus. They explain to you, they point out to you all of these things all the way through from the Ice Age to the inception of the park to now. You can book that through Parks and Wildlife, any of the bus drivers, any of the accommodation houses. Guys, when you understand what you're looking at around you, you'll know, just like we do, the people that live up here, that that mountain and that lake that you've all come out to see is the very smallest part of everything. In actual fact, out of the over 110 reasons we are listed, it isn't even mentioned. So there you go. It just sticks up and we advertise it. That's the point, and that's why you know it. Okay? But everything else around it is more important. So do a little homework, find out about us. Honestly, guys, we are so well worth knowing. Now, it's only 10 kilometres out to the lake. It's only 20 minutes. There's 4 stops along the way. The first stop is actually called the Ranger Station. It's the Interpretation Centre for Parks and Wildlife. They have lots of great information in there. They really do. And also there's 4 walks of nature you should know about down there. The first one is actually called the Enchanted Walk. They call it that because there's very often animals along it late in the evening. 30 minutes, wheelchair friendly, one for everybody. The Pensapine Falls Walk goes around the back of the station as well, the ranger station, and that is boardwalked, and it goes in 1 minute you'll end up at the head of the Pensapine Waterfalls. Beautiful set of waterfalls. Okay, and if you remember that Bogue's Premium ad where the man shot over the waterfall, that's where it was done, guys. Now it continues on that walk. Now that walk is an amazing walk. It's actually part of the Gondwana and Remnant Forest. So some of the trees you're passing there are 1,000 years old. They can be traced back 130 million years. It's twice as old as the dinosaurs. So this is where they're found, and this is one of the reasons the World Heritage listed. There's only 11 great conifers to come through from the Ice Age. We have 3 of them here, and 3 of those types here. So you're in an amazing part of the world. Now there is the Nibbit Falls Walk on the outside of the park. That's 15 minutes in, 15 minutes out. Unlike the other 2, it has a few stairs on it, but so well worth doing. It's one of my favourites. And the first 15 minutes in and out, Granny can do it in the slippers, guys. Now there is also the King Billy Walks. The trees along there, 2,500 years old. They're the conifers again. And we've got over 100 mosses, lichens and ferns found here, found nowhere else in the world. They're found on that walk in many cases. So well worth doing as well. There is a boardwalk that runs from the ranger station out to Dove Lake. It is 8.3 kilometres and takes a little over 3 hours. The first section of it is 3.1 kilometres, and it goes out through the Button Grass Plains, over a hill, joins the Dove River. It culminates with 146 stairs running up the top of Snake Hill, so if you're not into climbing upstairs or off of Snake Hill. Everywhere from there is downhill. The next section is 2.1 kilometres and 45 minutes. A little bit like turning 40 years old. In other words, it's all downhill no matter which way you look. You can see outside here in the outside the park, you've got the around us we have the snowgrass, we've got the snow gums, we've got scoparia, we've got melaleuca, we've got mountain rocket, mountain pepper, Billy Buttons. Guys, I can go on for ages telling you all these things. Most of them you won't know. However, we're going to cross a bridge. When we cross this bridge, we're moving into a closed ecosystem. Now, there's very few places in the world like this. This is a closed ecosystem. So we don't touch anything in here, and the reason we don't touch it because, quite frankly, it's functioned very well on its own for the last 10,000 years. It doesn't need a... When humans help things, they kill them. So this is why we leave it the way it is. And you're going to see dead trees, you're going to see everything inside here because this is nature working at its very best. There's very few places in the world like it. But we're crossing the bridge now, so look to the right and you'll see the Cascade Waterfalls, our front door. This is where the Enchanted Walk is found, just here on the right hand side, just up around the corner is where you find the Pencil Plain Falls Walk. Interpretation of Santa Clauses at 4:30 this afternoon. This one is the Ranger Station. Nevitt Falls Walk, you cross that bridge that we just crossed and go up 50 yards on the right hand side. And the King Billy Walk is found on the Enchanted Walk as well. This is the Ranger Station. All the interpretations, whatever you like to call them.
Thanks, Jen.
It's a pleasure, mate. You enjoy yourself. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, George.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Same to you. Okay, so the next one, as I said, is downhill, and it goes down through the coral fern plains past an old pencil pine forest where the trees are nearly 1,000 years old once again. Across 2 suspension bridges over the Dove River before arriving at Ronnie's. It's 2.1 kilometres in 45 minutes. Anyone getting off at Snake Hill? Next one after that is what we call the Ronnie's. Ronnie's is actually the beginning of the Great Overland Track. It's in the top 10 walks of the world. The first one's in Nepal, next one's the Hindu Kush, next one's in the Andes. It's called the Inca Trail. This one's listed at 4 or 5, depending on who you talk to. 85 kilometres long, takes most people 6 to 8 days. It's an incredible walk, it's an incredible run, it's an endurance run we do every year. If you'd like to try your hand at it for the 85 kilometres across the tops of the mountain between here and the base of Lake St Clair, the standing record is 7 hours 56 minutes without a pack. So there you go, you've got a challenge. Climb the mountain, it's not beyond anybody, it's not really the day to do it. I see too much up there today, but not beyond anybody. I had a 92-year-old do it 2 years ago, 92-year-old Canadian woman. So it just goes to prove that the only real barriers you have in life are the ones in your mind if they're not physical impediments. And you can do Marions, look out. Marions is 1,225 metres above sea level, halfway up to Cradle. That too is a very special walk. And you get some great views from up there. If you're going back to Dove Lake, you go via Wombat Pools, Wombat Peak down to Lake Lillot, from there on down to Dove Lake. You can do Cranger Lake, which is halfway up to Marions. That's 2 hours, whether you're going back to Dove Lake or back to Ronnie's via the same trails. You can walk up the overland track for a matter of 700 metres, turn left and go via Lake Lillot out to Dove Lake. That is the last section of that Cradle Valley Boardwalk. That particular section is 3.1 kilometres, takes you roughly an hour. And with that one, you can go home and boast to everybody how you walked the Great Overland Track. Don't mention the other 85 kilometres you didn't do. You go to the Waldheim Chalet Museum from up there, which is a 15-minute walk away. It's also a 10-minute walk when you get up there, called the Wyandotte Morris Walk. So you can do all of those things from there. So is anyone getting off at Ronnie's? The next one after that is what we call Dove Lake. Now there's a walkway that goes all the way around the lake. It's called the Dove Lake Circuit. Just about everybody that comes here does it. It's 6.5 kilometres and goes in a clockwise fashion. First place you stand on is a place called Glacial Rock. Get some nice views from there. It continues around right under the face of the mountain. Past some magic little beaches, over a hill, past the Borean Forest. Comes in at that boat shed you see on most of the postcards, which is rather famous. 10 minutes later, you're back in the car park, we drop you off. N16. So that's the Dove Lake Circuit, and you can climb the mountain from there. Obviously, you can do Ronnie's from there. You can also do Crater Lake from there, or you can walk back to Ronnie's itself. So these little buses are travelling at 5 to 10 minute intervals all the way through the day until this evening at 12:30. That is the last bus leaving the lake. Don't miss it. If you do, it's quite simple. It's only a short walk. It's only 10 kilometres, guys. 6:30 is the last bus leaving the lake.
Excuse me, Jamie, can I ask you a question, please?
Of course you can. Yeah.
Why is it called a wombat pool? Do we see wombats there?
To where?
The
Wombat
wombat
pools.
pool, yeah.
No, you'll see wombats generally in the evening, late in the evening. They're what we call crepuscular. They
Okay.
come out late in the evening, early in the morning. So your best chance to see wombats is at Ronnie's.
Oh, right.
Okay. The only reason they call Wombat Pools and Wombat Peak that is because they actually shot a wombat there in the old days. Okay.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
But along Ronnie's there, up on the right hand side is when you'll see them. They look like rocks with legs. Okay.
Okay. Okay. And which is your favorite falls? I'm sorry.
Favourite walk?
No, falls. All these falls. Pencil, Canvet, the waterfalls.
Waterfalls. They're all found back there at the ranger station.
Okay, ranger station.
Yeah, that's
right.
the best place. See,
Okay.
all of them go around waterfalls.
Yes.
All four of them. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
That's Snake Hill we just passed, guys. So the next one is Ronnie's. I'm a bit happy it's here. It's a wet day for you guys. I know it's a strange thing to say, but it's not. All of those great photos you see taken, they're taken in times like this. I know because I'm the one that takes them out there. I get a wet, cold backside and I sit there for 12 hours and I take one photo. Guys, the snow gum around here, when they're wet, they have 7 different colours. So take as many photos as you can today, and once you've done that, take them back, put them on the computer, raise the brightness. Don't touch anything else. Okay, so that's the way to do it. So take as many photos as you can today. This is the days they do it.
Thanks, Chrissy. There are a lot of the show for the
So you're seeing it in one of its best colours. Now when you actually raise the brightness, don't Photoshop it. All of these colours around you come up 5 times more vivid again. Those are the photos they sell for $6,000 to $8,000 a piece. Okay, so I can assure you I know what I'm talking about. Now you'll see the boardwalks here, please remain on them. I told you 60% of the plants that you find here you'll find nowhere else on the planet. Okay? This one around you is called coral fern. If you walk on it, it kills them just like walking in coral. However, okay, it's a very special plant. It changes colours just like the Great Barrier Reef. It changes exactly the same colours as the Great Barrier Reef changes colours as well. And they both spawn in sync. So this one actually seeds and flowers at the same time as the Great Barrier Reef spawns for about 2 weeks every year. Set off by the summer solstice and also by the moon. They don't understand why, they're both pre-ice age, but if you walk on it, you'll kill it. So this is why it's important you stay on the trails.
Out 32.
in 44.
Even if you see a wombat and you want to take a picture of it, use your zoom lens. Don't go tromping through all of these ancient grasses to get up nice and close to it. That brings us to the last point here, guys. All of the animals are wild. They are not pets. Okay? And I seriously mean this. Okay? If you want to try it, try wombats. I actually do animal rescue with wombats. Okay, I've been doing it for 15 years. I have the marks to prove it. I can tell you with a great deal of knowledge that these animals are capable of doing 35 kilometres an hour with gnashing teeth when they get angry. Okay? We're all still giggling about the young lady that got down and tried to do a selfie with the wombat, and it got a hold of her nose. It took 5 stitches to put her nose back on. So they are wild animals. If you need to touch and feel an animal, go to a zoo or a place that's designed for it. These are wild animals. They're not pets. The houses you see inside here belong to the rangers. There are no private dwellings whatsoever inside the park. The rangers stay inside to protect the heritage area. So if you're going to chase wombats uphill and over dale through this coral fern and everything else, they're going to book you. Nothing more serious. We're dropping you also at walkers' registration points. We ask you to fill in your name. It's quite simple. All you do is put in the date, write in your name, give us a contact detail, something like a mobile phone number or something like that. And most importantly, put down where you're going. When you come out, sign out. Now, if you come out in a different location to where you go in, so in other words, if you go in at Ronnie's and come out at Dove Lake, all you do is put in the date, write in your name, sign yourself out, and cross-reference all these books. Guys, they are not visitors' books. Sometimes we do rescues here once a week. We did a rescue last night, so it'll give you an idea. These are important to use. This is Ronnie's, the Great Overland Trailers are here on the right-hand side. Nobody's changed their mind. Nobody wants to get off at Ronnie's. Okay. There's no rubbish bins out here at all, guys. You're in a World Heritage Area. You're in the top World Heritage Area of the world. Okay. So there's no rubbish bins. Okay. What you carry in, you take out. We're very serious about it. Okay. Nobody wants to get off here. Up there on that hill, that's where you find wombats when they're out, and under this boardwalk on the right. Okay. But they'll be out later this evening. They sleep during the day. And they watch tourists all afternoon. You're the best TV set they ever had. Yeah, there's none out. Now there's also a set of toilets out here, guys. The closest set of toilets to this block out here is 3 hours walk. So before you start your walk, please visit the toilets. Try and squeeze one out, as my mother used to say. Because, yeah, you don't want to finish the walk in a run. Okay, it's not worth it. But there's no toilets, there's no cafe latte set, there's no espresso machines, there's no croissants with ham, cheese and tomato on them. What you carry in here, you take out. It is a wilderness experience, so please remember that as you're going around as well. Don't start throwing tissues or anything anywhere. We spend a lot of time picking out rubbish for people that just refuse to understand. So the toilets you'll find on the right hand side of the car park. Over there to the right, over that line of green hills and that hollow there, that is Crater Lake. That's 2 hours return whether you're going back to Dove Lake or Ronnie's. Coming out on the right hand side there, that high peak and rounded peak, that is Marion's. That's 3 hours return, that's half out to up to Cradle Mountain. Now you probably won't see the mountain at the moment. It is in cloud. Clouds do have a habit of moving on, believe it or not. They keep on moving. So we're going to see it at one time or other. Hopefully by the time you finish your walk, you will see it. But we will be seeing it one time or other during the day as these clouds go. What happens is the atmosphere warms up, clouds rise, and we get to see our mountains. So that's basically where it goes. At the moment, she's under cover, but she'll be out, don't worry. So the big rounded peak in front of the bus at the moment is what they call Mount Campbell. That's for the experienced walkers. The next one is Hanson's Peak. You can see the white trail that runs up this side over the Razorback. It goes out by the Twisted Lakes, Artist Pool, Phoenix Tarn, all the way to Lake Broadway. That's 3 hours one way, 6 hours return. It is once again for the experienced walkers. As we come around the corner here, you'll see the next one, and that is at eye level. That is Glacial Rock. That is the rock that's 10 minutes into the walk. And you can see the base of Cradle out behind there, and the lake is between us and the mountain. Up there on the right hand side, coming and going out of the clouds, that's Marion's Lookout. That's halfway up to Cradle. Guys, take as many photos as you can. You're in one of the most incredible places on earth, and yeah, take advantage of it. If you need to stay dry and wait for us, you wait in the walkers registration point here. The lake is just through the car park in front of us. Where we drop you off is where we pick you up. We pick you up at no other place other than where we stop. We only stop at the 4 stops. This is Dove Lake.
Party leader's name.
No, so that's overnight day walks. No, I think this is going to be overnight.
It's a day walk.
So which two half day walks?